everyone. Welcome to Rotor Talk Live, Season 6, Episode 39. DJI Mini 4 Pro is here. Got a lot to talk about tonight. Of course, the usual absolute spot-on best analyst on the tube will be joining me here in just a little bit. And we have a crowd in the house already. Wow, it's great. Okay. Let's see who we got here. Okay. Wow, we really do. Drone Shots, Akarasho, John Olson, David Martin Graff. See, Dr. Ted is here, Sergeant Rock. Moving through here. Flying Plin Media, John, welcome. Waypoint New England, welcome. Let's see who else. Lauren is here. Welcome, Lauren. Dr. Ted, I think I mentioned him. Billy Tompkins is here. Welcome, Billy. Fly Guy Merrill's here. Leonard Oglesby is here. Let's see who else we got. Richard is here. Welcome, Richard. Casey Crime Fighting, welcome, my friend. Good to see you tonight. Mark White. Mark, always a pleasure. Thank you for stopping by tonight. Zach Key is here. See who else we got. And Greg Pittman. Welcome, Greg. All right. We got a lot to talk about tonight. Well, first off, I got some humorous things to talk about. So it's kind of funny here. I just thought we'd start the show off with a little bit of humor. Okay. There was a Billy Kyle sighting in Tampa last night. Okay. Now, any of you who are sports aficionados, you probably know that our Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Okay. And yes, I am a Tampa Bay Buccaneers fan, after the Steelers. Okay. But I do like the Bucs. I like where they're going. I like their coach. I like their quarterback this year, Baker Mayfield. They got a lot going for them, okay? Well, guess what? There was a Billy Kyle sighting here, okay? Because guess what? All right, the Bucs played the Eagles last night here, and look at this. Look at this, okay? Look at these two characters right here. That's Original Dobo and Billy. They were getting ready to go to the Bucs game last night. So, and what can I say? What can I say? There was a Billy Kyle sighting in Tampa last night. No, that was great. It was good. It was a good game last night. Wish the Bucs would have played a little better, but hey, what all can you have? But that was absolutely cool. Good to see that picture. Two great guys there. Don't know why they're not flying their drones. Oh, they're at the game. That's right. They can't fly their drones because they're at the game. Okay. All right. Started off with a little bit of humor right there. I hope you guys enjoyed that. Captain Ray, welcome. Good to see you. I should rib Dobo because he lives in Tampa, and I'm just wondering how much Billy paid him to wear an Eagles jersey. I'm just kidding, Ken. I'm just kidding. Okay. All right. That was fun. It was good. It's good seeing those two together. I'll tell you what, if you want to get some good laughs, okay, get these two together and be around them for a couple of hours. All right. You will definitely bust a gut. Okay. There will be some serious comedy going on there. I guarantee it 100%. Okay. The way these guys interact with each other, it's just absolutely crazy. So anyway, all right. Well, right when I'm getting ready to tune in tonight, okay, all right, literally, okay, Jack is Jack, I'm trying to pronounce your name. I don't know if I can, but welcome to the show from Toronto. Thank you for showing up tonight. I wanted to try that. But right when I'm literally getting ready and I'm setting up for the show tonight, there's a DJI Pocket 3 leak, okay? It's like, this is the year of DJI. I mean, it's just absolute positive insanity here, okay? And I mean, literally, I'm out on Twitter. I was looking for that picture of Billy and Ken, and it just pops up, okay? It just absolutely pops up. I'm going to share this with you. And, of course, it's our good friend Igor, okay? There it is. Wanted to take a break from the hustle and bustle, but no fate. A friend, DJI Pocket 3, looks at the sunset and waits. Okay? Your guess is as good as mine. The way this has been coming this year, there is no rhyme or reason. How about this for fast delivery? Sean the drone, who lives in Spain, ordered his Mini 4 Pro last night, arrived today. Wow, Mark, that isn't crazy insane. Thank you for sharing that. Well, and of course, Sean was on. Sean was on with us on Monday on Drone Nation during the 9 o'clock show. Yeah, and I love Sean. He's a great guy. But yeah, that's pretty doggone fast. Okay, that's really, really, really fast. So wow. Quinn Dynasty Drones, welcome. Good to see you here. Johnny's here. Welcome, Johnny. Yeah, that's crazy. That's crazy fast. Okay, that is crazy fast. Mine's scheduled to drop. I ordered mine from B&H. Okay, you know what? I love it because Adorama had special financing. B&H had special financing. Okay, they were closed for Yom Kippur, but then they opened up last night. When they opened up, ordered it. Boom. Ordered Care Refresh. Boom. It will be here Thursday. Okay, which is fine for me because during the week, I mean, I'm bell to bell. Paying my dues to the man. Until I retire. So, but yeah, that's how that goes. And Michael Wright, welcome. Ian Jones, welcome, Ian. Good to see you tonight. I'm glad you were here. Yeah, Pocket 3. Okay, just this, nothing else out there. I just came across this, so stay tuned. I don't know what else to say. It's just absolutely. Excuse me, absolutely kind of crazy. I mean, seriously, that's just crazy, and I think what I want to do, maybe not this weekend because it's bill paying weekend. Okay, no, I don't. Well, I do. Bill does get paid, but Bill's paying bills. Okay, there's a alliteration right there. So anyway, all right. Maybe next weekend. I think what I want to do is put some pencil and paper down and seeing when all these releases have been this year, and even some of the enterprise. I'm just curious, just to add all this stuff. Oh wow, that's good to hear, Ian. That is good to hear. Yeah, these fast deliveries are crazy, insane. B&H offers 2-day pre-shipping anyway, so. But yeah, I decided to order from them. They had incredible financing. They're, believe it or not, it costs less, and I don't know why about the tax. And by the way, DJI does charge me tax here in Florida, just to let you guys know. So anyway, all right. Johnny, you got that right. You absolutely got those right. All right. Now, our good friend Richard let me know that Holystone has a remote ID module available. Now, I'm going to show you one of the two. The other one looked like a link for a battery, but we're going to go ahead and this link is out on Build a Drone Reviewer Facebook group. So you guys are welcome to see that. Let me get this out here. Okay. Now, it is on Amazon. Let me go ahead and get this up here so you guys can see this. Holystone FAA compliant remote identification broadcast module spare parts for GPS drones and camera for adults, 4K remote ID broadcast module parts. Comply with US FAA regulation. No worry about FAA. Okay, I was worried about that. Okay, it says it's compatible with the Holystone HS720R, HS720G, HS720E, HS720, HS700E, HS600 GPS 4K drone. Okay, so and again, this one was $89.99. Feel free to follow this link if this is something that you need to purchase. Go for it. I want to thank Richard for pointing this out to me, and I'll drop the other link in the description, even though that kind of does show. For me, it came up as a battery, and that one's a little less. But they're looking like this is free delivery Thursday, September 28th. So it's out there and available if you guys want to go ahead and do this here. And it kind of shows, what do they call this? Charging light and status. Type C not included. 1.5 hours to charge it. It'll run for 5 hours. You can see there's an app right there. and apparently it attaches magic Velcro. Okay, that's what they're calling it. It's not really that big. You can take a look and see. And there it is right there. Compliant with remote ID rule, fly with confidence. So there you go. That's the Holystone FAA compliant remote identification broadcast module. $89. It's out there. You know, I got it, and I want to thank Richard for letting me know about that. Richard's a great guy. You guys need to know him. He really is. He's on top of things, and he sends me a lot of updates and a lot of information. Richard, please don't ever stop doing that. You do great work on that. But this is great information, and this means, you know, they're coming out, you know, slowly but surely, and this is gonna help, especially, you know, if for those of you who have Holystone drones, this is gonna help. So wanted to kind of make this public service announcement about that. So I thought that was actually pretty good. Now, along the lines with kind of in the same vein here, AirSentinel has an app and for remote ID identification, and it's free for public safety units. And I'm going to go ahead and we're going to take a quick peek at this article here. I thought it was real interesting. Let's go ahead and okay, AirSentinel makes drone ID app free to public safety units and drone responder partnership. Okay, you can take a look. It shows some of the various screens right here. Drone Responders has long record promoting UAV development and public safety. It's now extending that activism in its tie-up with AirSentinel, under which a range of police, fire, EMT, disaster assistance, and other services to respond to critical situations will have free access to startups' remote ID and airspace monitoring app. Okay. You can read through the article here if you would like, but I thought this was very interesting to know that, you know, they're offering this out there free to public service. There he is, Mr. Ron Brown. How are you,
Hello,
sir?
Bill. How are you tonight?
I haven't seen you in quite a while.
Yeah, it's been a long time. How's everybody in the chat tonight?
Everybody's doing real well. Did you know that there was a Billy Kyle sighting in Tampa last night?
Was it at a certain football game?
It was at a certain football game.
And was a certain team from the Philadelphia area also playing that game?
Yes, and there was also a certain resident drone expert from Tampa in the crowd, and he was wearing an Eagles jersey last night.
Ooh, that's a little controversial, huh?
Yeah, that's a little controversial. You know, I put out a feeler already to see if Billy may have slipped him a buck or two to wear an Eagles jersey last night.
That'd be like catching you at well, they don't call that's not Three River Stadium more, but wherever they call Three River Stadium, wearing an Eagle jersey during an Eagles Steelers game, huh?
Yeah, that would
happen, huh?
Yeah, that's not going to happen. Okay, I can definitely tell you that. But I don't know if you caught this, and I'm going to bring it back up because I thought this was just. Now I found this, and it was real interesting, Ron. I completely found this by accident because I was going out because I know Billy posted that picture, or Ken posted that picture out on Twitter, so I wanted to bring that picture up. And as I was bringing that picture up, you know, see what I found here. Okay, let me go ahead and share that. You know, it seems our good friend Igor was a little busy, and Pocket 3.
Oh,
yeah. I totally came across this by accident. It popped. I'm like, you got to be kidding me.
The Pocket with a big screen on it
already. You know, and it's like the I want to say the ink isn't even dry on the release for the Mini 4 Pro, and here we are. We see a fairly decent picture.
We already have so many people in the community saying they're releasing stuff too fast.
Yeah. This is just, and I was stating not this weekend, but what I'm going to do next weekend when I have some time is to write down all the release dates for the consumer products.
I'm going to help you do that, Bill.
Yeah, I want to kind of lay that out maybe in an Excel spreadsheet to take a look at it.
Yeah, it's going to take a spreadsheet. It's going to take more than a paper napkin.
Yeah, it's absolute insanity. And Johnny's right. Johnny posted in the chat. He says, he says to afford DJI, you're going to need to win the lottery. I mean, it really kind of is coming to that right now.
Yeah,
I mean,
They get all their stuff, but the funny thing, Bill, is with the somewhat lukewarm reaction to the Mini 4 Pro, this Pocket 3 may be the one more people are interested in.
Well, absolutely. And
yeah,
because
Bill, I don't want to interrupt you. If you can hear a little buzz in the background, guess what I'm doing right now? I'm doing the massive firmware upgrade for the Air 3 that brings all those AR return to home stuff, support for the goggles too, and the motion controller. This is a massive one, Bill.
Yeah,
and the drone's right. Well, I can't even get on right here going through the update right now as he speaks. So it's
doing
a
its thing.
Big update, but I'm anxious to get it all downloaded. So I'll let you know in the out there in the peanut gallery when this is completed.
Well, there was some good news regarding the Phantom 4 and the Mavic 2 Enterprise today for remote ID support. There was an article that came across about that, and I wanted to bring that up. I thought that was pretty, it's, if it's not one good thing, it's another good thing. And it really is kind of surprising that
Bill, I'm going to stop you just for a second. I think I saw that article too recently, and the title's a little misleading. The Phantom 4 is a Phantom. It's not the regular Phantom 4. It's a Phantom 4 Enterprise type drone also.
Yeah, it's the RTK. Yeah,
somebody corrected it in the
new firmware. Remote ID support for Phantom 4.
Yeah.
It's a Phantom 4 RTK and Mavic 2 Enterprise series, but still, it's heading in the right direction, which is kind of some good news to see that. And earlier, I posted, Richard had sent me a link for a Holystone. They have a remote ID module out there for $89 that you can buy for several of their models. Yeah. It's out on Amazon and available and available out there. And sure enough, we're going to talk about availability with the Mini 4 Pro coming up here in a minute. It's just real interesting, the pace here. And like Johnny said, it's like you got to have pretty deep pockets for this. Okay. It's getting to that point, and it just wonders, they're just kind of throwing this stuff out there. I don't really want to use that word, but they're just massively doing. I mean, this really kind of goes against marketing 101, Ron. Because, you want to get a product out there, you want to get them to enjoy it, you want them to tell others about that, you want to get that cycle going here for that product. And then that, for example, the Air 3, that cycle has been going well. It's, people have been talking about it it created a lot of good positive vibes and energy and everything. And then boom, I mean, it's just like the, I haven't even really charged my third battery from the Air 3 yet. And here we are with the Mini 4 Pro coming out. It's the timing of this.
Well, you make a little point about the Air 3. The Air 3 was a drone that people have been waiting for a while. So there was a pent-up demand for that drone, as well as the Pocket 3. If we ever see, there's been a pent-up demand. People have been looking for more than a year now. But some things pop out. Nobody was really looking for a Mini 4. Nobody was looking for a Mavic 3 Pro. DJI popped a lot of products out that people really weren't looking for an upgrade yet. Versus things like the Air 3 and the Pocket 3, which they were looking for that stuff to be upgraded this year. So
and that's really kind of all right. Excuse me here. I want to go over a couple of articles on the Mini 4 Pro that they have, and there's a great comparison with the Mini 4 Pro with the Mini 3 Pro, and I wanted to spend some time on that. So let's take a look at this here. One of the things I kind of want to start off with before we get into the article here, one of the things, and we kind of talked about this both on Drone Nation and on and at noon about how the release was handled in terms of, 8 o'clock was available out on the mothership's website. And then slowly but surely, it kind of trickled down to Adorama, and B&H got it. And then Amazon ended up getting it. And really the first one that really had this, Ron, was Best Buy. Because
Well, that's a strange thing, Bill. We had to reserve our Mavic, our Mini 4s on DJI. I had to wait until 8 o'clock to purchase them. But people, Johnny Droneflyer and Ray Kelly, both walked into their local Best Buys and was sitting right there on the shelf. So
yeah.
DJI was making us wait, but yet, Best Buy had them right out. You could pick them up and buy them. So it seems like something was wrong there, Bill.
Yeah, it was really kind of off because I know I talked to Ian Mark White, our good friend from over in the UK.
Mm-hmm.
He posted our friend Sean from Spain.
Mm-hmm.
He ordered his, and the next day it came.
Monday morning, yeah, before we came to the show, and he got it this morning.
Yeah, that's just absolutely crazy.
But Bill, I can't say names, but I know a certain famous YouTuber who picked his Mini 4 Pro at a Best Buy near Philadelphia this morning.
Holy cow, that's just crazy.
I mean, this thing's coming. It's coming fast, Bill.
Yeah, it really is.
Well, Monday night, I looked at when it did become available on Amazon in the evening. If I would have pre-ordered it Monday night, it'd have been here Wednesday. It'd have been here tomorrow. I mean, this thing is lightning fast delivery.
I ended up getting mine through B&H because they had promotional financing, and it ended up doing, and it'll be here Thursday. And for me, what day? If it comes during the week, it's kind of irregardless for me because because I work during the week and I won't be able to touch it till the weekend anyway.
It gives you time. It does give you time to charge some batteries up and stuff, though.
Absolutely, time to charge the batteries up and get ready to
the battery controller charged up. Yeah. Get your updates done.
Yeah. So I'm going to go over this article here. It talks about, of course, that the first Mavic Mini launched in 2019, and we're now in 2023. And it pointed out a number of the features, the pricing. The runtime was 34 minutes with the normal battery, and the package prices. It went over those again. It talked about the camera here. And then the filming modes: master shots, quick shots, hyperlapse, panorama, quick transfer is back again. The DJI RC N2 combo is for $759. Okay. The Pro with the RC2 retails for $959. The Fly More combo with the normal battery retails for $10.99, and the Fly More combo with the extended battery retails for $11.59.
Now, Bill, how much does the drone only go for?
Yeah, and there is no pricing on that right now. Okay, and that's probably going to be a little bit down the road. But all in all, it was very interesting. Now, of all the reviews,
DJI really held the line on their pricing in the mini series.
Yes, that's one thing I think a lot of people who ended up purchasing it. I saw some positive comments about that the pricing was very much in line as it should have been. One of the things that I spent some time doing both before, after your show and then after my show was I spent some time watching several of the reviews, and I'll come back to Billy's review because I thought it was Billy just does he encompasses everything. He gets everything, and and he did it in a great way, and he explained the differences, and it was done succinctly, and it was done well. And if you guys are out there watching videos, go ahead and watch it. Now I also watch Aldrin. He did a great job. Sean from Air Photography, he did a great job. Dobo, he did a great job. Those are the ones that I really sat down and kind of watched through bell to bell all the way through.
Ross has one out also. Potato Jet has one out also. I mean,
I saw the one from Potato Jet, and he's climbing
all the big guys.
They all have them out there. DC Rainmaker, he had his out there as well too. I didn't get a chance to watch his.
Yeah,
those are some of those are some of the ones. Again, if you want to pick one to really watch to help you, watch Billy's, because he gets into a lot of detail and he explains the things very well, like he does. He's very matter of fact. He doesn't miss any details. It's very spot on. So well done.
He even tells you about his crash.
Yeah, he even talked about his crash as well too. And you know what? Doesn't that sound reminiscent of Rick Smith and what he did? Because Rick was in sport mode when that happened, and his obstacle avoidance was off, and it was the same kind of scenario, kind of a thing here. So and Billy said Billy was very lucky, where it ended up landing. He really ended up being pretty lucky here. Now I'm going to show. There's a review that let's see here. Yeah. Now they did a review out on Drone DJ, and I kind of want to go over that here a little bit too. I'm
85% updated now.
Oh, okay, good.
The drone's restarted a couple times.
That's going to happen for me after we're done. I don't know what happened there. Okay, here we go. A DJI Mini 4 Pro review, a sub 250 drone that can actually be used by pros. A drone that wants to be a big boy now is 360 obstacle avoidance. The blinders are now removed. By far the biggest downfall of the Mini 3 Pro was its tri-directional obstacle sensing. One of the first things I did with my Mini 4 Pro when it arrived was flying it right into a tree. Seriously, how can you test it other than running around a bunch of trees? Turns out it performed perfectly, missing branches, leaves, and a picnic table. OcuSync 4, a truly Mini Air 3. The second upgrade in the Mini series is getting the new 04 transmission system announced with the Air 3. The Mini 4 Pro will ship with the RC2 or RC N2 that supports a new system and provides a rock-solid, clear transmission feed, okay? Overall, however, this drone has felt like a flying much smaller version of the Air 3. From a lot of the same specs to 04, it's all it's missing is the 3x camera and extra speed. It's a little less stable and higher winds due to its weight, but it really is very similar here. D-Log-M, all DJI drones in line on consistent color grading. Okay, that's a good thing if you're into that. Accessories, frustrating ND and wide angle challenge. Like previous drones before, the Mini 4 Pro comes with ND and wide angle lens attachment. The ND filter set comes in rather useful, ND 16, 64, 256. Well, not Ron, I'm a little confused here. Okay, does this have ND filters come with it?
No, it's sold separately.
Yeah,
It doesn't come in the combos or that wide angle lens. And I think both those things, even if you try to buy them at DJI.com, they're already listed sold out.
Yeah, that's what, and that's exactly
that's the rub on them not throwing ND filters in with their drones and the fly more combos like they used to, because you can't even buy them, because even if you want to add them on, they're sold out instantly. So in other words, you have to struggle along for a couple of weeks with no filters, unless you can get third-party ones on Amazon or something before DJI gets restocked. And even what's the filters everybody loves, the Freewells. They're traditionally not available right away either. You have to wait a few weeks before the drone's out before the Freewells are available. So you're stuck between a rock and a hard place.
It's a vicious loop, Ron, and you brought up a really good point here, because a lot of these accessory manufacturers, say like Freewell, and then Lycus, who makes these cases, I've already put out a feeler to them about the Mini 4 Pro case. It takes time for them to catch up, because they have to tool for this, they have to design it. It's just not all of a sudden, okay, we can cut some foam and it's ready to go. It takes time to do that, and it takes logistics. And same thing with these filters. It takes time for them to do that, because they actually have to have the drone in hand to be able to do this. So, it's really kind of a catch-up game with all this, Ron.
Yeah. It's always tough, and these drones that have the 1.7-inch apertures, wide open apertures, they let a ton of light in. So flying without ND filters in bright sunlight, I mean, it's hard to keep a decent shutter speed.
It's the same old camera now, very widely in use. Most important one is the addition of dual native ISO, a first for DJI to have on one of its drones, and in practice, it should help you take better photos. I'm not going to explain how this technology works, reviews long enough, but the gist is less noise at certain ISO ranges here. Okay,
but Bill, I'm going to have to take umbrage with this writer here. I'm pretty sure the Mini 3 Pro had a dual ISO.
I was going to say the same thing. He's a little off on some of some of this here. Okay, final verdict is Mini 4 Pro worth it. And we'll kind of leave it at that. But the article I really kind of want to focus on right here. All right, they did a good comparison, and this was one of the articles that I really kind of liked, because it took a good look at the Mini 3 Pro and it took a good look at the Mini 4 Pro, and we kind of compared it on, as it should be here. So I'm going to go ahead and get this up on the screen. Okay, Mini 4 Pro versus Mini 3 Series DJI drones compared. Okay, now it lists this here, and this is great here. Okay, it lists the price, of course. Really, the differences start to come right here. You look at the battery. The batteries, battery same, 34 minutes, 45 minutes with the Mini 4 Pro, 47 minutes with a Mini 3 Pro. Okay, maximum hovering time 30 minutes, 39 minutes. And here, 30 minutes and 40 minutes, it's another minute. Maximum flight distance, 18 kilometers, and it lists the specifics here. And then 25 kilometers, it lists the specifics here. Maximum wind speed resistance, it's the same. Maximum pitch angle, 35 degrees for the Mini 4 Pro, 40 degrees for the Mini 3.
So, Bill, are this saying here that the pitch angle is not as great on the Mini 4 as it was on the Mini 3 Pro?
That's what it's saying. According to that, global navigation system, GPS plus Galileo plus VDAL, hovering accuracy range, that looks to be better here. The horizontal looks to be a little bit better here.
Well, what does that exactly mean, hovering accuracy range?
I'm just.
I know what hovering means, but I didn't know there was a range to hovering.
Yeah, I didn't know that either. Maybe Mr. Marcus Crawford can explain that to us.
I don't know, but I was having a good time watching you guys.
Welcome in, Marcus. I know this man doesn't do much hovering, Bill. He sends it. He doesn't mess around just hovering.
Yeah, he gets that up in the air and
old
roll.
School today. I flew the Air 2S and the Mini 2 today.
Wow, you're flying dinosaurs out there in Idaho, huh?
I noticed some things now. I don't want to go off track from what Bill.
Yeah, I don't want to get off Bill's roll here. And Bill, I got a question on you on not a question, but a call out here. And I saw this in a couple of the videos we watched today. Internal storage. Did you notice the Mini 4 now has 2 gigabytes of internal storage versus none for the Mini 3 Pro? And that's again, people are going to laugh 2 gigabytes, but you know what? If you don't have any memory cards with you, forget everything. I mean, at least you can grab some photos and maybe a couple minutes of 1080p videos. So, I mean, I know people want 64, 128, but 2 gigabytes is certainly better than none. I don't know how you guys feel.
Well, that's kind of like that Easter egg that you find here, okay? Because this is the first I've seen that, okay? 2 gigabytes of internal storage, and nobody meant, oh, you're done. Okay, good.
It's initializing now. Marcus, I'm doing the massive update for the Air 3 during.
Yeah, that's
why not do a drone update during a drone show, right?
There you go. Yeah, Johnny is just reporting that he tried out that AR return to home for the first time, and
how do you like it?
He said he likes it. It's pretty cool.
Oh, there he is. Yeah,
I remember you guys remember doing it with the Mavic 3.
Hey, why do I have a blue light on the controller? See the light next to the green thing's blinking. It's blue now. What does that blue mean?
I could be updating your controller. I don't know, Ron. I don't know. I'd have to look it up. Somebody out there in the chat is going to tell us to RTF.
Oh, it turned green. No worry. It's done now. It's green again.
Yeah.
So we totally disrail Bill's side-by-side comparison, Bill. Let's get back into it. We were at the internal storage.
Okay, now we're at camera. The image sensor is the same. The lens looks to be the same here. The ISO range, this is where we have some difference here. Video normal and slow motion, 100 to 6400 normal, 100 to 1600 D-Log M, 100 to 1600 HLG, night 100 to 12,800 normal, photo 12 megapixel, 10 to 6400, 48 megapixel, 10 to 3200. Okay, shutter speed. That looks to be different.
Yeah, but I mean the night mode option allows you to go up to higher ISO, so that's probably
exactly. The maximum image size, again, that's bigger here. And still photography modes. This is burst shooting, automatic exposure bracketing, timed, Okay, this is looking like an improvement over.
Yeah,
the
Bill, I
Mini
think
4.
I may be able to help you out in this. I believe with the Mini 4 and now with the Air 3 with the update, it is able to use the 48 megapixel mode in burst and
Right.
auto exposure bracket, where before you could only do those modes with 12
Right.
megapixels. So I
Okay,
believe that's the change.
Hey, I
that's
got
a
a
good.
question for you guys.
Yes, sir.
So the timed photos,
Yes.
that is not something I've ever used, and I'm thinking about what is the use case for that?
Well,
What?
I mean, the use case for time photos on a standard camera would be, you could go jump in the picture yourself while it's snapping.
Right.
But in the air, I mean, I guess you could do the same thing. You could do one of your selfies or whatever at the park or whatever. But I think the real use of it is that, say you want to get everything like kind of set up and that something's going to happen at a certain time. Yeah, but that is that's what he called one of those narrow use cases. Probably very small percentage of people that fly this drone ever have use for that feature. But I think it's one of those features that's so easy to put in there that they just throw it in anyways. Like it's so easy for the engineers to do that they just throw it in.
Yeah, so it's probably one line of code.
Yeah,
Yeah,
exactly.
exactly. Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly. Here. Okay, now we're looking at some more here.
Oh, you know what I noticed, Bill? I believe both the newer drones, the Air 3 and the Mini 4, have eliminated the MOV mode. That's kind of
Yeah,
an Apple mode. I believe it's gone on both of them, and they replaced them sort of with that what we call the high efficiency file instead.
Yeah. So Ron, why would that be a problem for anybody? I mean, isn't
go ahead and bring this up again.
isn't JPEG kind of the standard? So
Well, I jumped the gun there. I jumped to the video. I'm sorry.
okay, okay.
Yeah, I jumped to the
Well,
my
well,
comments
so
were
isn't
for
MP4 kind
video.
of the standard? What? Excuse me, I got confused there myself.
Yeah.
Isn't MP4 kind of the standard? For
Well,
really almost everything.
we're getting a couple different terms mixed up. Like it's, it's you got your video things at 264 and 265 or whatever, which 265 is more efficient, but it makes it work hard in the computer. Then you got your MOV and your MP4 or whatever, which is more of the standard one. The MOV is more of an Apple.
It's an Apple one, right? I understand.
I think it's being replaced by the HEVC, which is also a high efficiency file.
Yes, it stands for high efficiency.
Here's the difference: MPEG-4 is generally .264, where MOV and HEVC are generally .265.
So we got the answer. I saw, Bill, you just had it on the screen about the timed photos from Clark Family Time. Thank you. That makes sense.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, that does make sense.
Yeah. Good.
Transmission system, OcuSync 4, remote control to 1080p, 60 frames per second, 1080p, 30 frames per second, aircraft flying video mode, 1080p, 24 frames per second, aircraft is standby mode on the ground. Okay, and then
remember when we jumped hoops if our drone could take 60 frames per second. Now our controllers can actually show it.
Yeah, that's something. I know it. Yeah.
Oh yeah.
In high def.
Yeah.
And it's talking 20 kilometers here. It's at 12 kilometers on the Mini 3.
Now, folks, we're not recommending you fly out 20 kilometers.
Yes. Unobstructed strong interference, urban landscape, approximately 1.5 to 4 kilometers. Medium interference, suburban landscape, 4 to 10 kilometers. Low interference, 10 to 20 kilometers. Obstructed, low interference, and obstructed buildings, approximately 0 to 0.5 kilometers. Low interference and obstructed by trees, 0.5 to 3 kilometers. I want to stop right here for a second, okay? That's some pretty detailed testing here, okay?
Yeah.
Whoever got these numbers together for something like that.
Yeah.
I mean,
yeah.
That's pretty dedicated as far as that's concerned. Now, it's OcuSync 4 here, 10 megabits per second with the RC N2, 10 with the RC2, and Wi-Fi 5 30 megabits per second. Okay, compared to the Mini 3 Pro. aircraft plus remote controller approximate 120 milliseconds, 120 milliseconds here. 4 antennas, 2 T4R, and it says 1 T2R here. So I'm kind of clueless.
No, you're Bill. You're the ham radio guy. You're supposed to tell us what that is.
I should know that kind of stuff. I mean, I gotta see the schematic for something like that. So. But I know what you're saying here. Okay. The batteries are kind of interesting here. 2590 milliamp hours for the normal, and it's 2453 for the normal for the Mini 3 Pro, 3850 for the advanced, and then 3850 for the advanced here. 77.9 grams for the original, and 80.5 on the Mini 3 Pro. 121 grams on for the Plus, 121 grams for Plus here.
So Bill,
Marcus
you're familiar with the controversy on those batteries, right?
Yeah.
Okay. There's some people are saying, Gorilla Man emailed us today and said that DJI told him that the original 249 gram battery from the Mini 3 Pro is not compatible with the Mini 4. However, there are other influencers on YouTube that are saying it is. I would tend to believe DJI, but
Marcus, is it Lauren that told us last night that here's I think we're getting confusion. The new battery, the new normal battery that comes with the Mini 4 Pro is lighter than the normal battery. When I say normal, I'm not talking about Plus batteries here. I'm talking about the 250 gram battery. It is lighter. So if you take the battery from the Mini 3, any Mini 3, and stick it in the Mini 4, your drone will be over 250 grams.
Well, if you look at what it says here for weight, that is exactly correct, right?
Yeah, you're right.
I think that's what DJI probably in lost in translation is confused.
Well, let me add one more thing, Ron. I get what you're saying, and I'm not disagreeing, but I'm also saying you've got it is has less milliamp hours.
Yeah.
So we know that the new drone has a faster processor. It's got more sensors, etc.
And all that. Yeah.
Yeah. Is it taking more power to?
Marcus, you make an excellent point. I when you get the drone, I not at first because you're going to do the good stuff, but I bet you if you did a test and you put the old battery in the Mini 4 Pro, you would not get the 34 minutes of flight time. That you would get a lesser flight time because the battery's of a less milliamp.
Well, and also, I'm not an engineer, so I'm not saying I know anything. But does the bigger battery, does it allow it to draw more power faster? In other words, is the original Mini 3 battery, can it not draw power fast enough to run everything? And I'm no electrical engineer. You guys that are going to have to.
And Marcus, what you bring up here, you know what? We're going to get more questions about that battery stuff than anything else about the drone. The whole conversation of the drone is going to turn into a battery conversation over the next week or so when the regular folks start to get in their hands.
Yeah.
And you know what? And I'm going to go out on a limb and say this, okay? And I think for DJI, they were in, obviously they've been in a hurry to get products out this year. All right. My thinking should have been, and this is it. And this is the business marketing major in me talking here right now. Okay. I would have made that battery different. Okay. And the reason I would have made that battery different is because that would have forced you, if you buy a Mini 4 Pro, you're going to have to buy their batteries. Okay. There's no going to the Mini 3 battery or the Mini 2 battery. It's nothing's going to work. You're going to have to do that. So that's more income that's generating on my part, number one. And number two, okay, that would eliminate all this confusion right here. Okay. And people are like, oh, excited. Oh, the batteries you can swap them and all this and everything. And because Marcus makes a good point. And from what I do know, my little bit that I do know about electrical engineering, because I do have to know some of that stuff for ham radio, okay? How current and power is drawn, okay? Because it's a different module in the Mini 4 Pro than it is in the Mini 3 Pro, it probably has different it will probably draw more current than the Mini 3 Pro will. Okay, the Mini 4 Pro will. So Marcus raises a really good point right there.
And Bill, we've been down this road before with the Mini 1 and Mini 2, where the Mini 1 batteries are working in Mini 2, but not the other way around.
Yeah.
And we've been down this road before, and we've been through the confusion before too.
And see, they wouldn't. It's like, okay, I'm gonna go back to another example here, just a very recent one. Okay, we go from the Air 2S to the Air 3. Okay, completely different. Battery system's different, everything. Okay, so we're all kind of good with that. You know what I'm saying? And DJI here, I mean, it's like because again, I think for some reason they're in a hurry to get products out this year. They probably cut a few corners, and I think that was one of the corners that they cut, and it's leading to a lot of confusion right now.
Well, I mean, and who knows at DJI marketing, they may not listen to shows like this. They may not realize there's a bunch of old guys out there that upgrade every year. They're probably thinking, oh, wait a minute, this will be the first drone for a lot of people. They won't have any old batteries, or they'll be upgrading from the Mini 1 and Mini 2, so that they won't have all these old batteries around. They don't realize that half their sales are going to come from people that have the Mini 3.
Well, they came out and they made a statement here that, oh, yeah, they're not compatible, the Mini 3 batteries with the Mini 4 Pro, okay? They're coming out and saying that, okay, because number one, they're covering themselves, okay? And number two, all right, they don't want you to use those batteries because, well, they're going to work, okay? And, well, you're not going to have to spend that money, okay? You can sell your Mini 3 Pro, keep two of the back, sell one battery with it, keep other two, and then you have extra batteries for it. Okay. But I'm going to throw this out here as well too, guys. Okay. I'm going to say this with the Mini 3 Pro, when I had it, all right, I never went through more than one battery at a time. I mean, it's like I can get a couple of flights in for my videos and I'm done. Okay.
Oh, I have.
Well, you're out there with the great vast.
And Ron is out there with the whole Atlantic Ocean in front of him.
Well, yeah, absolutely. So yeah, me, I have my wonderful development here. So
hey, I got a question for you, Bill. So I'm looking at the battery charger there, and they're saying 30 watts. So if I use my 100-watt charge brick, is it all smart enough that it talks to each other and it's only going to charge it at 30 watts?
Good question.
That is a good question. I think because there's circuitry, it's built in. It's not going to overcharge these things. Okay, this is not like going out on Amazon and get one of those off-branded guys. All right, that you're not really sure if it's going to work or not, kind of a thing. Okay, there's circuitry in those batteries. And
you mean like an AliExpress charger, huh?
Yes, an AliExpress charger. Because they don't go out there and do. I mean, you got to be careful because, and Rick Smith told me about this because he's had some chargers that he's put together. Ones that charge, will charge batteries all at the same time. Out on his website, and he's done the research and he's worked with these people and he knows that they're good. One of the examples was, the fan wouldn't kick on and that unit would end up catching on fire. Okay, that's just one of the examples that he was telling me about, and it's true. It will do that for some of those. So you got to be careful when you do that. So yeah, I think it's going to limit you on this. And I would advise. I have that 65-watt charger. That's what I'm probably going to use on the Mini 4 Pro. Okay, so I think that will play nice because again, I'll be charging the controller and the 3 batteries off of that. So
yeah, my experience with the Mini 3 Pro. Battery charging hub or whatever, you don't have to have an overly powerful charger to get it to batteries to charge up in a reasonable amount of time.
I think they call those smart chargers. There's a name for that USB-C port. They call it power detecting PD or something like that. I'd have to look it up, but there's a name for that particular kind of USB-C that they intelligently talk to each other and say, okay, you need this many amps.
Hey, Lauren's in the chat, Bill, and he's telling Michael that the Mini 4 with the Mini 3 batteries is over 250 grams.
Yep, there it is.
That's probably what DJI is getting at. If I'm a betting man, because it's you got that insignia on the battery that says ultralight 249, so they don't want somebody to slap that in the drone and say, and then they're overweight, right?
They come to a weigh station and get caught.
Yeah,
those drone weigh stations, they're all over the place.
Hey, I want to answer Ted there. Ted, I'll tell you, I don't think that you would have a problem, but for safety reasons, I would never do that. I just wouldn't do it.
Yeah, when the battery's in charge, I unhook it.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, I'm going to talk about battery safety here for a second here. Okay. And one of the things that it's kind of been drilled into me, and I got to thank my good friend Rick Smith, and I've been trying to get him on the show because he's just and get you guys on with him because he's just incredible information from him. But anyway, one of the things that he taught me to do was after you come in from the field, okay, and especially if you're in a warm environment, you let your batteries sit on the desk until they cool down to air temperature, okay? Yeah. You just don't touch them. Don't do a thing to them. Then when you charge them, after they're done charging, you disconnect everything, okay? Just absolutely disconnect everything. Put it in its, if you store it in one of those fireproof cases, do that, and let it go till next time, and it's good to go.
And that's only really, something that's going to hurt somebody that flies in their backyard. If you drive to a location, by the time you get home, the batteries are going to be cooled down. So that's more for somebody who's flying in their backyard and immediately going inside. Hey, I want to disrupt this for a second here. Bill Grace, who's a big fan of a lot of our shows. He says for anyone that still has the Mavic Air 2, it just got remote ID.
I think that's been listed on the FAA site for a while. So
really? I thought that was one of those ones that was late getting it, but I'm not sure.
Maybe with a firmware update. Maybe he's talking about the drone itself. But I can tell you, it's been on the FAA website for a long time as approved.
Well, I just brought up the article, which DJI drones have remote ID, and this was updated yesterday. So let's take a peek at this here.
Okay.
Mini 4 Pro, Air 3, Mavic 3, Inspire 3, Air 2S, Mavic 3, Mavic 3 Classic, Cine, Mini 3, Mini 3 Pro, Mavic 3 Enterprise, Mavic 2 Enterprise, Phantom 4 RTK, Agris T40, and Agris T30. Okay, so it's not listed on there.
Well, I can tell you it is on on the FAA's website as approved. So I looked at that just the other day. So
yeah, that's interesting.
Maybe they just left it out in this article.
Yeah, that's what I have to think. So Marcus, I got a question for you. Did you get it from the mothership?
Oh, of course. Yeah, that's what I always do. I always order direct from DJI for a couple of reasons. Not the least of which is you get that 1% rebate. And you know what? When you're buying a $1,200 drone, hey, that adds up, right? $12 is $12. So
I got mine from, instead of Adorama, I did B&H this time. 12 months same as cash, so you can't pass that kind of stuff up. I mean, that's good stuff, and it'll be here Thursday. And like I told Ron, that's kind of inconsequential. Well, I don't know if you heard or not, but Sean Matthews, he got his drone the next day after.
Right. He got his this morning. I mean, he sent me a message but before lunch, which is like again, he got in the AM.
So I have a tracking number. So they sent me a tracking number this morning. So yeah, I don't know when it was wrong.
I told Bill, I know a certain guy that lives near Philadelphia that picked his Mini 4 Pro up in a Best Buy in the AM hours this morning.
Very interesting.
I can't say any names, but
we won't name any. Absolutely.
Well, we know Billy Kyle lives in the Philadelphia area.
Well, he's already got one. This guy picked.
Oh,
yeah. This guy.
You mean DJI just sends one to Billy?
Oh yeah.
Oh gee whiz.
Oh yeah. Billy had it.
Yeah, no. Billy just happened to pick his up 3 weeks early at Best Buy.
Yeah.
Well, I'm gonna end the show kind of the same way I began it. Okay. There was a Billy Kyle sighting in Tampa last night, Marcus. Okay, and it's just like it's just completely shocking here.
He travels everywhere. I mean, God, he was just in Canada. He was in Vancouver Island.
Marcus, you haven't heard the shocking part yet.
Okay, he's wearing his Eagles jersey. They went to the Buccaneers. Eagles were playing the Bucks last night here in Tampa. Okay, Now look who's next to him, and look what kind of shirt he's wearing. Okay, Dobo's wearing an Eagle shirt. All right,
A lifetime Tampa Bay resident.
he's a lifetime Tampa Bay resident, and he's wearing an Eagle shirt. I just want to know how much money was exchanged for him to wear that shirt.
Bill, are you trying to say Billy's a bad influence on Ken?
Well, like I said before you guys joined, okay, you guys, if you guys are around these guys for like 2 hours when they're interacting, okay, you're gonna bust a gut. I guarantee you. I laugh so hard when these guys are together. I gotta excuse myself and go to the bathroom because otherwise I'm gonna pee my pants. Because
hey, Bill, can I ask you a question? Who's the girl in the background photobombing them?
I don't know. I absolutely.
I wonder if she realizes they're drone celebrities.
They're celebrities.
Well, yeah, probably. I mean, seriously.
I have to wear my Billy Kyle glasses anytime we talk about Billy.
Nah.
maybe you'll get some free DJI drones if you keep them on long enough.
Yeah.
Well,
yeah.
And then what's really interesting is, okay, when I was telling Ron while I was out there, okay, now I went out to Twitter because I knew it was on Ken's Twitter page, that picture, and I wanted to bring that up. And I came across this totally by accident, and I was telling Ron when he joined. This just absolutely kind of, I'm going like, oh my gosh, Igor is at it again. All right, Pocket 3.
Look at that, Marcus.
Yeah, it's got that big screen.
Big screen, yeah.
Somebody else I know sent me that picture.
Huh.
That's just crazy.
Yeah,
just absolutely crazy.
So here's my guess. That screen, I'll bet you, for storage, I bet you it turns sideways.
It's a flipper.
Yeah.
I bet.
Maybe it just flips down and hides away. I don't know. I'm wondering.
Now I'm going to make a prediction with this Pocket 3. I think it's going to fly off the shelves, literally. Okay.
Now, Bill, I would say that, but what about a price? How much a sticker shock? We're used to paying about what, like, for the 400 to 450 for this thing. What kind of sticker shock are we going to see since there hasn't been one out for a couple of years?
Let's qualify that for a second, Ron. When you say 4 to 450, that is the creator kit. Just the camera is around 300, I thought, or 350.
Oh, I thought the creators kit was more like about 500.
Well, you know what? I don't.
Yeah, I'm not sure, Marcus. I'm not sure.
I'm gonna go look it up as we talk here, guys.
Yeah. So, Bill, I agree. If the price is held in check, but if that thing bumps up a couple $100, we're gonna have some unhappy folks.
We'll see. And this is one thing that I did right when I got my original Osmo Action was I really didn't buy a whole lot of accessories from DJI. I went aftermarket with PGY Tech, and I saved a bundle of money over buying. Like, I bought a couple of extra batteries from DJI, and that was about it. But then I went all PGY Tech with my other accessories, and I saved a ton of money that way.
Mark, do you have a price?
Yeah, so $349 for the Pocket 2 and $499 for the Creator combo. So
okay,
yeah. But the point you're trying to make is, could they price this out of the market, right?
Right, because if it costs $100 more than say the Action Cat, like the Action 4 or the Hero 12, I think they're going to see some resistance.
Well, particularly in light of what we heard from Sean Air Photography yesterday about the Action 4. He said that's his main vlogging camera now.
He shot almost all his footage for these review videos for the Mini 3, Mini 4, and the Air 3 with the Action the Action 4.
Yeah.
So, but no, Bill, Bill, you forgot though, somewhere in the mix there, we're going to get the Osmo Mobile
8
film gimbal too.
7.
That never excites anybody.
I had the original one, and I was so frustrated trying to get my camera on there. I said, I'm done. I sent it back. I said, this is ridiculous.
I mean, it's one of those devices you only have to buy it every couple of years. You know what I mean? It's not a every year update.
Yeah, I still have the 4, and when I use it, I am really happy I have it. And the point of it is, it's cheap enough. Even if I only use it 2 or 3 times a year, it's worth having on the shelf back there.
Yeah, yeah. I use it all the time, even in the house, making like little drone videos in the kitchen. I put it on there because it kind of follows me around or whatever with the tracking. So I actually use it. I use it more in the house than I do out of the house.
Yeah, you use yours a lot. I know, Ron. You use yours a lot.
Yeah.
I was so frustrated trying to get the camera on there and get it balanced and stuff. It was the original one. I said, I'm done.
Bill, the new ones are
a much easier, Bill.
Yeah,
that's
everybody's
the thing of the past. Johnny's announcing the Pocket 3S with a 1-inch sensor. Johnny has that already.
Well, Johnny's probably testing it. Yeah,
he's under DNA, so yeah, we kind of knew that. That's why he's been kind of quiet lately. We're not hearing a lot from him. So, guys, any closing thoughts for tonight?
My closing thought is, after this show, if you go over to Philly Drone Life, you'll probably see an unboxing of a DJI Mini 4 tonight.
Very good.
There you go.
My message is this. Listen, just like I said, in the springtime is a great time to fly. We are in the fall now. The weather has moderated. The leaves are changing. Man, it's just a perfect time of year to go out and fly a drone.
And Marcus's iPhone and action cameras aren't heating up. He's not frying any eggs anymore.
Well, that's what I was just telling. Well, I don't want to go too far off the rails here, but I was telling Ron that I was out at the canyon the other day on a pretty damn hot day with my 14 Pro flying the Air 2S. I was flying the Air 2S. And it did not, the iPhone didn't overheat and it didn't dim. It was fine. So I don't know. I don't even know what to say.
Not that long ago, he was frying eggs out there.
Yeah. And it literally, like you said, Ron, it would get hot enough to fry.
And you had a couple Action 2 overheating experiences end of summer too, right? Remember you told me shut off on you? And
I did, particularly with the when it was sitting in the direct sunlight. The even with the little heat sink on there, but Ron, it took about it was shooting for a solid 30-40 minutes before it shut down. But I have a second one that I don't have that heat sink on, and man, you turn that thing on, and if it's in the direct sunlight in 5 minutes, it's going, nope, I'm not going to do it. And it
get some eggs to fry, huh?
Yeah. Anyway, we're getting way off.
Bill wants to wrap up and get us out of here tonight.
Well, it's the day after the release, and life's back to normal for just an instant here, so to speak, and then we'll be getting them in
until the next DJI product comes out.
Yeah, and one of the things I was telling Ron, Marcus, before you joined was, as far as we've just gotten to the point, okay, where people are really starting to get comfortable with the Air 3 and everything and all the features and everything, and people are really still interested in it. And then boom, new drone comes out. I mean,
and the same day the new drone comes up, they give the Air 3 a whole bunch of new features.
And then
they give it all the Mavic 3's new features.
Mavic 3
the goggles, they make it a new drone too.
Well, they updated the Air 2S. I mean the Mini 2. I mean it's the gift that keeps on giving. You got to hand it to DJI.
Don't look a gift horse in the mouth, as they say. I mean that's kind of the way it is. Well, guys, thanks everybody so much for stopping by tonight, and thank you guys for. I mean, it's been a whirlwind couple of days. I mean, you guys have done great, and we really enjoy your chats and your comments and everything. Just keep it up. Don't stop with that, guys. Really, really, really like that. As always, guys. And also a couple of things. I do have a Air 3 video coming out this week, believe it or not. It's been sitting in the can for a while, but it's coming out this week. And then as soon as I get my Mini 4 Pro, I'm going to put it through its paces. And I'm sure Marcus will too as well. So be sure to watch our channels for that. So, guys, it's a great day to fly. Take care, everybody. Have a great rest of your evening.